Assalamualaikum and greetings. I bid to the judges, organizers, and fellow students. My name is Ahmad Atif Adham bin Muhammad Nazri from SBP Integrasi Gombak. And today the topic that will be discussed is regarding the state of digital education in the post-pandemic era. Today, it is evident that digital learning has integrated into education. Nevertheless, problems around digital learning remain unsolved, and there are many improvements that can be made to make digital learning more prominent in students' lives. Digital learning is defined by the integration of technology into learning. This includes technological advancements such as Google Classroom, Kahoot, Zoom, and Google Meet. Using Google as a search engine during classes also counts as the digital learning. Now that we have understand what digital learning is, we also have to know about the problems that may arise as well. Problems may arise when we are dealing with something new. The first issue is the perception of students on online learning. Seeing how tasks compile in apps like Google Classroom, students often feel overwhelmed. This leads to the feeling of being mentally overloaded. According to the research done by Nabil Hassan Al-Kumaim et al., 69.5% of students felt being overloaded by tasks. This is also due to the fact that educators do not change their teaching plans for online learning. Educators have trouble innovating learning plans due to lack of experience. Communication is also a key part of this. One way communication inhibits the effectiveness of online learning. Not to mention, a boring teaching plan makes students engage less in the class. Students' ethics play an important role in the effectiveness of online learning too. Those who do not practice integrity and those who lack the willingness to learn makes online learning ineffective. If the students themselves aren't willing to learn, our goal of shaping good citizens will never be achieved. Now that we have covered all the issues, how should we solve all these problems? For starters, we can create an effective and more creative study plan to encourage students to engage in digital learning. Educators should be given courses on how to change their study plans. For example, educators and students should join together to ensure two-way communication in the class, allowing all students to share their opinion and thoughts during class. Then, educators should keep tabs on the students' performance during online class too. This can be done by performing frequent surveys on the students' understanding of the lessons. In the end, educators may find a study plan which is suitable for all students in the class. If we look from beyond the school, the government should improve technological advancements to ensure students and educators have a conducive environment for learning and teaching. For example, the government may provide a medium for students to do their tasks without plagiarism and cheating. Not only that, apps like Google Classroom can be reworked to not make students feel overwhelmed by the amount of tasks. According to the research done by Nabil Hassan Al-Kumaim et al., 71.4% of students feel overwhelmed by digital learning because of their perception of tasks stacking up. Students also play an important role in making digital learning better. Students' ethics should also be put into consideration. If the students themselves don't want to learn, how can the lesson be effective? Students should actively participate in class, have integrity in themselves, and have self-discipline with their classes. Now, imagine if digital learning got a whole lot better. How can we implement it in our daily lives? Firstly, students can make use of asynchronous learning, which helps students to catch up with classes in ease whenever they are busy. Educators can record their lessons and save them so that students have something to refer to when they have free time. Next, teachers can also do a mix of online and offline learning by recording their face-to-face classes. This way, educators can upload a podcast that can be listened by students whenever they're free. This can also be done by holding an online meeting for online classes while at the same time teaching students face-to-face. Not only students can have a flexible learning session, but also be able to learn from far away. In a nutshell, although digital learning has its flaws, we can still take advantage of the benefits so that learning may become more and more accessible, effective, and available for everyone in the future. All of us should play our roles to ensure education is in its best quality in the future. As Benjamin Franklin said, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. For that, I rest my case. Thank you very much for listening.